Are you telling her everything, my friend? I think you are. I think you've told her your fears, your wounds, your past, the version of you no one else gets to see. Listen, because what I'm about to say is going to flip everything you've been told about love, vulnerability, and what it actually means to be honest with a woman. Because here's the truth no one taught you, my friend. The woman who holds your secrets close will one day hold them like a knife. And on the night she chooses to use it, you'll realize you handed her the blade yourself. There are 7 secrets every man must take to his grave, and one of them, secret number 3, is the one men type into Google at 2 a.m. alone and never get an honest answer. Today, you do. Here's the kicker. I'm only telling you 6 in this video. The 7th, I'm saving for the very end, because once you hear it, you can't go back to being the man who talks too much. This is the Stoic Code. Pay attention. Secret number 1. How much money you actually have. And let me tell you something, my friend, before we go any further. Every woman, and I mean every woman, the ones who pretend they don't care, the ones who say money doesn't matter, the ones who claim love is enough, every single one of them wants to know your number. She'll never ask directly, of course. That would be too obvious. She'll ask what you do for work and how it's going. She'll ask about the new car your neighbor just bought. She'll ask if you own or rent. She'll bring up a friend's husband's bonus casually just to see your face. And the most dangerous one of all, the one almost every man falls for, she'll tell you what she thinks she'd do if she had a little more money right now. Then she'll wait for you to fill the silence with a number. And here's the deep truth most men never see, my friend. A woman who loves you doesn't ask about your money to plan a future with you. She asks about it to plan her own. Because the moment she has your number, you're no longer her partner. You're her ceiling and her floor. The most she can rise to, the least she'll settle for. And no man should ever let himself be measured like that. So here's what you do instead. When she asks what you make, you smile and say, enough. When she asks what's in your account, you laugh and say, more than I need, less than I want. When she asks about a friend's bonus, a neighbor's car, a co-worker's raise, you change the subject without breaking eye contact. And when she pushes, and she will push, you say one line and you say it without apology. Money's a part of my life I keep to myself, always have, always will. Then you let her sit with it. Because here's the kicker, my friend. The man who shows his number gets respected for the number. The man who hides it gets respected for the man. And the woman who can't measure you in dollars has no choice but to measure you in everything else. Your presence, your discipline, your standards. That's where real attraction lives. Not in your bank account, in your unknowability. Hold the number, show the man. Now secret number 2. And this one, almost every man fails the first time he's tested, especially the honest ones. Secret number 2. Your attraction to other women. And before we go any further, my friend, let me say something most channels are too afraid to say out loud. There's no such thing as a woman who doesn't keep score. The secure ones, the trusting ones, the ones who swear they don't get jealous, they're not different. They just count quieter. Now I could give you a dozen examples of how she tests you, but I want you to focus on one, because it's the one that breaks most men. The one I bet, my friend, has happened to you in the last 30 days. You're together, a woman walks past, could be a stranger, could be on a screen, doesn't matter. She turns to you and says it. Do you think she's pretty? And the second she asks, my friend, time slows down. Because you know, somewhere in the back of your head, you know, there is no right answer. Lie, and she sees through it. Tell the truth, and you've just signed your own confession. Stay silent, and she'll say, "Wow, that says a lot," and walk away convinced. 3 exits, all of them lead to the same room. Now let me tell you the dark truth most men spend their entire lives never figuring out. She isn't asking the question to learn about you. She already knows you find other women attractive. Every woman knows. They built their entire lives around that knowledge. She's asking the question to learn what you'll trade for her comfort. Will you trade your honesty, your dignity, your self-respect? Will you twist yourself into whatever shape she needs in that moment, just to make her insecurity stop? That, my friend, is the real test. And every man who passes the question fails the test underneath it. So here's what a man with a spine does instead. You don't lie. You don't agree. You don't apologize for having eyes. You look at her, calm, steady, no smile, no smirk, and you say 5 words. "She doesn't matter to me." That's it. No, "but you're prettier." No, "I only see you." No defense, no addendum, no soft landing. 5 words, and silence after them. Because the silence, my friend, is what tells her something her insecurity needs to hear far more than any compliment ever could. That you don't owe her reassurance for being a man. Here's the kicker, my friend. The man who reassures her about other women teaches her that her insecurity controls him. And from that day on, she'll use it. Not because she's cruel, because you trained her to. But the man who refuses to play, who treats the question itself like a thing not worth answering, he becomes something her insecurity can't reach. And that, my friend, is when she starts wondering, for the first time, late at night when she can't sleep, if maybe, just maybe, she's not the only woman watching him anymore. Now, secret number 3, the one I told you about in the intro, the one men type into Google at 2 a.m. and never get an answer to, the one you came here for. Pause for 1 second, my friend. I know what just happened in your head. Some of what I said about other women landed too close to home. You felt it. I can almost see your face right now. And here's why this video is different from everything else in your feed, my friend. I'm not here to make you bitter. I'm not here to make you distrust her. I'm here because somebody finally needs to treat you like an adult and tell you the truth. So if even one of these first 2 secrets cracked something open in you tonight, drop 3 words in the comments below. I see it. Not for me, for yourself, as a promise that you saw it and you're done pretending you didn't. Because every man who types those 3 words tonight wakes up tomorrow a different man. And one more thing before secret number 3. Tap the like button. Not for me, because the men still bleeding tonight, still telling her everything. YouTube only finds them if you do. Save a brother. 1 tap. Now secret number 3, the one most YouTubers won't touch. The one you came here for. Tonight, my friend, you finally get the answer. Secret number 3, your real body count. Your number, your names, the chapters of your life that came before her. And listen to me carefully now, my friend, because what I'm about to say is going to bury itself in your mind, and you'll never hear that question the same way again. This is the one that ends men, not because she finds out, because they tell her themselves. Picture it, my friend, late night, soft lights, the conversation drifts somewhere honest, and then she asks, not as a question, but as an opening, "How many people have you been with?" And in that second, every part of you wants to tell her. Because it doesn't feel like a test, it feels like trust. That, my friend, is the lie that has destroyed more relationships in the last 20 years than infidelity ever has. Because what feels like intimacy in the dark becomes ammunition in the daylight. Here's what no one will tell you, my friend. She's not asking to know your past. She's asking to find out what version of you she's settling for. And whatever number you give her, the moment you say it out loud, it stops being a number. It becomes a mirror she looks into every time she's unhappy, the next argument, the next bad day, the next time a man walks past her who looks like he might have less of a past than you do. So here's what a man with self-respect does, my friend. When she asks, and she will, you look at her, calm, no shame, and you say one line. My past is mine. The man you're with now is the only one that should matter. Then you go silent. You don't soften it. You don't apologize for it. And when she pushes, and she will push, with, but I told you mine, with, I thought we were honest. You don't repeat yourself, my friend. You repeat the silence. Because silence here is the only language she actually respects. Here's the kicker, my friend. The truth that should sit with you tonight. A woman doesn't lose respect for a man because of his number. She loses it because she now knows she could have chosen a man with a different one. Your past doesn't end relationships. Your past becomes the doubt she returns to every time she wonders if she's settled. Hold the chapters. Show her only the man who walked out of them. Now, secret number 4. The wound from your childhood, the one she'll one day use as a weapon. Secret number 4. Your deepest childhood wound. The story from when you were a boy. The one you've told maybe 2 people your entire life, if any. And listen carefully now, my friend, because if you've made it this far in this video, there's a real chance she already knows yours. Every man carries one of 2 stories, my friend. I don't know which one is yours, but I know it's one of them. Maybe your dad walked out when you were 7, and every game after that, every father-son moment, every empty seat in the bleachers taught you the same lesson. Or maybe your dad stayed, but he worked 60-hour weeks, came home tired, and never once asked how you were really doing. Either way, my friend, by the time you turned 12, you'd already decided something, that you would survive alone. And every man you've become since has been built on top of that single decision. And one night, my friend, she will find the way to ask. It might come over a glass of wine after the kids are finally asleep. Tell me something you've never told anyone. Or it might come at 2 a.m. when she rolls over in bed, puts her hand on your chest, and whispers the most dangerous sentence in the English language. You can tell me anything. I'm safe. And in that moment, my friend, with her warm against you, with the room dark, you will believe her. And telling her, handing her the story, will feel like the bravest thing you've ever done. Now let me tell you what happens next, my friend. It doesn't happen the next day. It doesn't happen the next month. It happens the first time she's truly angry with you. Maybe a year later, maybe 3. And in the middle of an argument that started over something else entirely, she will reach for it. Your story, your father, your wound. That, my friend, is the day you'll learn the truth. What you gave her in love, she kept for war. So when she asks, my friend, you smile, calm, and you say one line. That's a story I keep for myself. No defense, no apology, no follow-up. You change the subject, with warmth, never with coldness. And you never reach for that story with her again. Here's the kicker, my friend. The truth most men learn too late. The wound that built you also protects you. as long as it stays inside you. The moment it leaves your mouth, it stops protecting you and starts being used against you. Heal it with a therapist, heal it with a brother, heal it with God if that's your way. But never, never heal it through her, because she'll help you carry it until the day she decides to use it. Now, secret number 5, and this one destroys good relationships, the ones that should have lasted. Secret number 5, your doubts about the relationship. Not the deal breakers, not the red flags, the small ones, my friend, the 3 a.m. thoughts. The ones you have when you're driving alone with the radio off, wondering if maybe, just maybe, you're with the wrong woman. Now, society told you something dangerous, my friend. Society told you that real men communicate, that mature partners share everything, that if you're having a doubt, the loving thing to do is talk to her about it. That advice, my friend, is the most expensive lie a man ever buys. Because there's a category of doubt, the small ones, the passing ones, the ones that come and go like weather, that the moment you speak them out loud, you do not get to take them back. Tell her you sometimes wonder if you should have stayed single, and 6 months from now, in an argument, she'll throw it at you. Tell her you sometimes feel suffocated, and that doubt becomes the lens she watches you through every time you ask for space. Here's what no one will tell you, my friend. A doubt is not a verdict. A passing thought is not a betrayal of love. Every man, every single man, even the happiest, even the most committed, has these thoughts. The ones who keep their relationships alive, keep them inside. The ones who confess them, watch their woman slowly weaponize the version of him that had the doubt, until eventually that version is the only version she sees. So here's what a man with discipline does, my friend. You have the doubt. You feel it. You don't suppress it. You don't pretend it isn't real, but you sit with it, alone, in the gym, on a long drive, in a quiet morning before she wakes up. You ask yourself calmly, is this a passing storm or a permanent direction? If it's a passing storm, you let it pass, alone. You don't drag her into the weather. If it's a permanent direction, then the conversation isn't a doubt anymore. It's a decision. And that's a different kind of conversation entirely. Here's the kicker, my friend. The man who shares every passing doubt has no inner world she doesn't have access to. And once she has full access, my friend, she stops being curious about you. And the moment she stops being curious, she starts looking elsewhere. Your doubts are not the problem. Your doubts are part of being a thinking man. Your inner world is yours. Guard it. Process it alone. Bring her only what's been thought through. Now, secret number 6. And this one, my friend, is the one that ends the dynamic that made her want you in the first place. Almost every man has said it. Secret number 6. How much you truly need her. And listen to me carefully now, my friend, because this is the one almost every man has either said or fought himself for years not to say. And the moment it leaves his mouth, the relationship that made him want to say it quietly begins to die. You know the sentence, my friend. You've felt it climbing up your throat. I don't know what I'd do without you. Or some version of it. You're my whole world. I can't imagine my life without you. You saved me. Beautiful sentences, honest sentences, the kind of words love is supposed to sound like. And every single one of them, once spoken, flips a switch in her you cannot flip back. Because here's what no one will tell you, my friend. A woman is attracted to the man she might lose, not the one who already lost himself in her. The moment she hears that you couldn't survive without her, my friend, something subconscious in her shifts. The respect leaks out, slowly, over weeks. The desire fades, slowly, over months. And one day, without ever knowing why, she wakes up beside a man she no longer wants. You handed her your need. She handed you back her indifference. So here's what a man with self-mastery does instead, my friend. You can love her. You can show her she matters. You can tell her she's beautiful, that she's home, that you're proud to be with her. But you never, never make her your entire reason. Because the moment you do, she stops being your woman. She becomes your god. And women were never meant to be worshipped. Here's the kicker, my friend. Need her, and you lose her. Want her, and she fights to keep you. The line between needing and wanting is the line between a man with peace and a man with a leash. Now, secret number 7, the deepest one, the one I told you I was saving for the very end, the one that changes everything. Secret number 7, the one I promised you in the intro, the one bigger than all the others combined, your breaking point. The line, my friend, where you would actually leave. The thing she could do that ends it forever. No coming back, no second chance. Every man has one. And the trap, my friend, is this. Every woman eventually will try to find out where yours is. Sometimes through curiosity, sometimes through testing, sometimes through fights that have no real cause, designed to push you, until she sees the edge of you, the line, the exit. And the man who reveals it, even once, even in love, even in the calmest, most honest conversation, has just handed her the map. Because once she knows where the line is, my friend, she knows exactly how close she can walk to it without crossing. And every woman who knows that map eventually walks it. So here's what a man of true self-mastery does, my friend. You know your line. You know it in your bones. You don't doubt it. You don't second-guess it. You don't soften it for anyone. But you never, never say it out loud to her. Not when she asks, not when she begs, not when she promises she'd never test it, especially when she promises she'd never test it. Your line is yours, not hers. And the day you cross it, she finds out the same way she should have always wondered, by watching you go. Here's the kicker, my friend. A man without a hidden line has no edge. A man without an edge has no power. And a woman without a man with power eventually finds one who has it. Hold all 7 secrets, my friend. Take them to your grave, not because love is a battlefield, because depth, real depth, was never meant to be given away. It was meant to be earned by her every single day. If this video changed how you'll talk to her tomorrow, drop one phrase below. Took to my grave. 3 words. Let me see who's stepping up tonight. And subscribe, my friend, because the man who watched this video is not the same man who started it. You're not most guys anymore. You're the one who finally knows what to keep.